this is hell. Hey, I'm Captain Eddie Castelin. I'm in solitary just like you are. I'm protecting myself from the virus and really learning a lot. Number one, I learned I can't go in the shop anymore. I can't drive anyplace anymore. I don't want to be in a house. So I want to sit out here on the porch and watch YouTubes. So do you. So I was running through my library of the YouTubes and I found one I want to watch. In fact, it's not only me who wants to watch, you want to watch. I get calls every week from woodturners. I love it. We talk all the time. They call me with orders, they talk to me with problems, they brag. You know they brag. And we get into a great conversation with things. And a guy the other day said, hey, why don't you put out a video like such and such? Well, they're all on the YouTube thing. If they're not, you're not doing it right. Watching my YouTube, click the little button that says subscribe. Right above it, it says all. Click on that. They'll send you an email every time I put it out of YouTube. You don't put in a credit card. You don't give them any personal information. You just join, you subscribe. That's all. And once you're subscribed, oh, my nose itches like crazy. Once you subscribe, you'll see an entire list of everything under the channel. That's right. And that's where you're going to come across this one. I did a piece I called the Coriolis effect. I only called it that because when I was taking physics in college, a guy told me to do an article on the Coriolis effect for a paper. And I did. And I got an F. Why? Because everything that somebody told me about a Coriolis effect was a lie, really. So when I started wood turning, I said, I'm going to make some good of this. You beat me with a stick and I'll learn. So I went to the shop and I created a disc. In fact, it was a two-sided disc. Yeah, it was pretty nifty. And it's purely an art piece. You got a block of wood, and it doesn't have to be 1.5 inches thick. It can be 3/4 thick. It can be plywood if you're really creative. But you turn this Coriolis out of it, and then you build a little stand. I got one hanging on the end on a little piece of wire. That's a coat hanger. But you can build a holder to it and make it out of wood with one little pin. And it kind of moves a little bit, and you're going to understand which annoyance is when it's all done. But this one's pretty good. I show you how to hold it using standard chuck jaws. And you protect the wood using standard chuck jaws. Then we get into how to scrape it. All right, we're cutting it, and we're cutting it. That's up and down cuts. You got to know about that. And then we got this thing done. We had a little ridge in it. Clean up. Show you how to use a scraper. In fact, I go to the grinder and show you how to grind a scraper. In fact, I go to the grinder and show you how you set it back up again for the scraper. In fact, I tell you where you can get the jig to do it. But don't mail me. Go to my website, www.eddiecastelin.com, this one here, and look under sharing information. You'll find these things. I can't do the tips anymore. Why? When I got sick, they threw them away because they didn't know what it was all about. All right, then we sanded it out, and sanded it out using self-powered sander. I got parts of that on my website. And you build this little self-powered sander, and you're not over sanding. You're using the momentum of the turning piece and the speed that you're turning it at, and you do lighter cuts, but they're orbital cuts. They remove as much or more wood, and they scar the west. Well, they don't scar the wood. Okay. I was wrong when I said I went 180 to 400. I went 80 to 400. I did that twice in one move and at one thing. All right. Then we put some Def Sealer on it. Now, I really believe in Def Sealer. Why? It's a lacquer-based sanding sealer. Now, you can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Ace Hardware Store. Yeah, Ace may want you to order a case of it. Go ahead. You can sell it to your friends. All right. And then, what's the last one here? Oh. If you want information about any of this stuff, my address is at the end of this video. Not the end of that video. It's at the end of this video. So, but you might either see that video's address, but now I'm confused. At the very end of all of this is my address and my contact information. Okay? Stand by. I'm sorry, I had to stop because somebody's going to tell me how to pay off my student loans. When I went to school, you didn't have student loans. Either you had the money or you didn't have the money. All right, let's get back to this project. This is a really good project, and I'm going to put the link right here. This is the link to get it. Now, I don't think you can click on this and get to it. I don't think so. But it might be a way you can put it up over there. Yeah, and put it up there. Just write it down. It's on YouTube. And go looking for it and enjoy it, please. It's 35 minutes long. I'm very proud of this tape, of this video. I put a lot of information in it. I mean, cutting, scraping, uphill, downhill, sealers, sandings, finishes, chatoyance. You know what that is? All that stuff went into this one video tape. And I think you'll like it. Now, doesn't that beat me getting out in the shop and not doing anything? I believe it is. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. Watch that tape, because right now, I'd like to be out making shavings, but still sitting here watching YouTube, right along with you. Take care. Be safe.